Hey, what's up? It's Frankie here, and I want to give you guys kind of a little bit of a insight into the story and the journey of building a seven-figure agency and what that looks like each step of the way and what you're doing. So let's get into it. All right. How many of you guys out there who would love to have a seven-figure agency or getting close, making it happen? I'll tell you, the first step in the journey is probably the least fun. Maybe it's the stage one where you're the freelancer, and in the freelancer stage it's just you. You design the websites, you service the clients. You're a general with no troops. If the garbage needs cleaned, you're the guy to change the garbage. If the client wants a meeting, you're the one to take the meeting. If Facebook ads needs an update, you're the one to go in and put in the update. You're pretty much everything. Here, I'm just gonna switch. These Mexican sidewalks are pretty death-defying. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they're not the nicest. So the biggest thing in this stage, and it takes a while to figure this out, the only thing you really got to figure out is pick a niche and sell. Really, almost everything else you do in this stage is irrelevant. And if you're not getting in front of people and having buying conversations, then whatever you're doing in this stage is not that. A lot of times people think, like, if I update my website and I get it ready and I prepare it, but if nobody's looking at your website, you're not getting in front of people, you're not doing it. You might as well be more proactive and go and get in front of people and make some sales. And that's really the only thing that matters. Eventually, you will get through this stage and you will crack the sales portion of it, and something interesting happens. You develop a new problem called delivery. And when you reach the problem of delivery, usually you're in the 5 to 10 clients range, and you're probably doing anywhere from like 10 to 25,000 a month typically. You can be higher or lower, but I'm just giving you a typical range. And all of a sudden now, you're not really preoccupied with how do I get some damn clients in the door. You're more thinking about how can I fulfill the needs of these clients that I got? How can I take care of them? And it gets harder and harder as you scale, because now you're bringing in people and it's not just all up to you. And there's factors that are more out of your hand, and a lot of times you'll stress about the promises you made. I'll tell you the two things that will get you through this stage the fastest. Know how to hire good people that will make you look good, and know how to create processes that are McDonaldized, so basically any idiot can do them. And if you get through that stage, you'll get from like 5 to 10 clients, and you'll probably get up to more like 15 to 30 clients. Maybe even like 20 to 30, 20 to 35, maybe even up to 40, depending on how you structure your agency. And depending on what you charge, you will actually be approaching the $1 million level. So you'll do anywhere from like 40 grand a month all the way up to 100,000 a month, depending on your price range. We got some Mexican music. Let's party it up. By the way, if you want some help with this, listen to Ryu.
Round one, fight! Shoryuken!
Hadouken! So, there's one more final piece to get into that lifestyle agency, that to have a business where you got clients coming in the door, you got a team of people that are servicing them, and the results are happening like clockwork, but you're not the one doing it. It is the manager stage. By the time you get to the manager stage, you will have more than likely a very, very disorganized system. And what that will look like experientially is a whole bunch of people saying to you all day long, hey, do you got a minute? I got a question for you. I want to know this. And just like bombarded with stuff. And you can feel really busy and really overwhelmed, but not like you're getting anywhere. Now, the problem with this is that most of those requests, if you look at them from the 80-20 point of view, are not equal in terms of the contribution they make. And so I'll give you 2 things that will help you get through the stage so much better and get to $1 million level where it's a chilled out, a chillionaire, as Kevin Nations would say, a chillionaire kind of 7-figure agency. And that is to use office hours to set your boundaries. So that means saying, I take my phone calls Monday from 1 to 4 and Wednesday from 2 to 6. If you have an issue, please bring it to me during those hours. And what you'll find is, by the way, most of the issues just get handled themselves. People use their brains instead of trying to rely on you for everything. And the second thing is, you have to manage proactively with having reports that tell you, you got to know your KPIs in your business, the 5 to 10 really important things, and you need to focus at those religiously. So let's say, for example, your sales suddenly take a dive. Well, if you're monitoring your KPIs and you see your sales have taken a dive, then obviously you know that's where you got to work on and that's where you got to fix. That means if an employee comes to you and says, hey, I need you to set up this software for me urgently, even though it may feel urgent to them, you look at what's really important in the business at that moment, it's sales, and that falls in the 80% that is not extremely important. So you don't obviously want to dismiss employees or ever make them feel bad. You just say something like, hey, Mark, Joe, Wendy, whatever, I see that's really urgent to you. I've got a few things on my plate. I will get to that in the next week. I'm hoping to get to it on Friday. I will keep you posted. We've got a few other sales things happening that are just a little more urgent than that, but when they're fixed, come straight to you. We're home sweet home, by the way. Cool dad minivan, you know, nothing's cooler than the minivan. The Honda Odyssey. But you do those things, and what you'll find is you can manage your agency proactively instead of just having everybody react to everything that's going on. So that is the basic roadmap, experientially planned. By that time, if you get through that, you'll get to anywhere from I'd say 30 to 50 clients, and that's really 30 to 50 depending on what your price range is. If you're at 2K to 2.5K to 3K, you are at a 7-figure agency at that point. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. Watch out for some spiky cactus. We're going home sweet home. Some books out from my last video. And that's all I got for you guys. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to subscribe. And may the force be with you.